Cool.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Russ Johns. Welcome to my show, sir.
Hey, Andrew, it's a pleasure as always. How are you this fine day?
I'm really good. For my audience, so they know, I just did Russ's show yesterday morning at 7 o'clock. Well, I was there on time. I was just on the wrong platform. I never opened that email, by the way, that your assistant sent. I never opened that. I just looked at the calendar invite, and that's why I screwed it up. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about Russ, why he's on the show, and what I think we all could learn from Russ. So Russ is, I think you pretty much all know the theme of my show. It's about people with gas and why they have it. Because the one thing I always say is nobody can teach you how to give a shit. Nobody can put you in school for it. Nobody can give you a book on it or give you instruction on it. Everybody has a certain level baked in them. And I'm very drawn to people who have a lot of gas. So here's a gentleman who does. And let me share a little bit of how I would sum him up and a little bit of his story. Greatness comes in all forms, folks. We usually view greatness in terms of how much money they make, or maybe what they have done spiritually in this world. But greatness follows many shapes and sizes and different kinds of people. And I view this man as great because of how he lives his life and the attitude he brings to every day in how he does it. He went through a lot of shit, both in his personal life. I mean, we all do, right? I mean, everybody's is different, but I mean, to the point where he even got so injured, he can't open his hand all the way. He went through many surgeries. And unfortunately, the poor guy lost a child to suicide. I mean, when I tell you this man lives with joy, to me, that is a miracle every fucking day that this man lives. He has figured out how to overcome everything God has thrown at him, everything life has thrown at him, and to live with joy and to find what he's supposed to be doing in this life. And he's doing it. So Russ, welcome to my show.
Well, I'm very humbled, Andrew, and thank you for the enormous introduction, and it's a pleasure to be here. So thank you. I really appreciate you.
So let me share with my audience just to give an idea. So Russ is, he has an incredible story, and we don't have time to share his whole story. I invite you to connect with him, which I will give you his information at the end of the show. But he's a geek. I'm a recovering geek, not technology science. I mean, I made it out of rehab. I still go to meetings every now and then. Russ is a geek. He's a technology geek, and everything he does with his flair and style, which I love, right? And he pays attention to details. So he helps people with marketing and websites and video and a whole bunch of that stuff. Well, he also has this show called the Pirate Broadcast, and he has viewers from all over the world. And he does it every day, live at 7 a.m. And he had me on the show yesterday, and I had people contacting me from all over the world based on my dog. I showed my dog in the show, based on it's amazing. So let me just give you an idea of
Did you make any new connections?
Well, let me give you an idea of what a show should look like versus my show. So here we go. I'm going to hit screen share. And I want you to see what this man does. So there we go, right? It's right here on his site. Check this out. Check out the intro. Okay. Do you see why I'm a loser? Look at this shit. This is for real, folks. This is why you need to hire him for your business. Anyway, check out this intro, and then you have to see what he does after. So anyway, there's the show. There's me on his show. He sends you, you get it in podcast. You get a freaking transcript of the whole thing. And knowing him, it's all freaking automated. Of course it is. Of course it is. Because it's Russ Johns. So.
Well, how would it be, Andrew, if all you had to do is show up and everything else was done for you?
Okay, I don't do any of that, and I aspire, okay? I'm allowed to aspire, okay?
One phone call away.
I'm allowed. So, all right, folks. So here comes my first question to you. So, and I'm just going to keep this dead on, very real. For people who are going through tough shit right now, and I mean some serious stuff. Look, we all have. I have to say, of all the people I know, you've gone through more than I have and more than most. What advice would you give my audience in how to get through what you got through and to live with the joy that you live with?
Andrew, it's a very simple equation. And when we have a tendency to burden ourselves with things that don't matter, our life becomes a bigger challenge. And when you can wake up with gratitude and treat every day as a gift, and you know that if you have a roof over your head, food in the fridge, light through the window, and you have an opportunity to improve yourself, you're doing amazing things. And number two, it's incredibly difficult to feel sorry for yourself when you're helping others in their journey.
So, okay, so let's take what you just said and let's walk with that.
Yeah.
So what I always say, and I've said in previous shows, what helped me get through when I hit bottom in life, and that was during the Great Recession. I lost my house, I lost my wife, I lost my income, I lost everything, that I thought was what I needed and was important.
Yeah.
And what got me through was exactly what you just said, was actually serving others rather than focusing on me and my own shit. Was finding a way how I could make a difference in other people's lives. And it seems antithetical to what, and abnormal to what we would normally do when we're in crisis, is okay, I need a lot of help, but no, I'm going to go help somebody else, right? Yeah. It doesn't make sense, but that's what got me through. And I think what you're saying is, first of all, understanding, as long as you can breathe, the sun comes up and you're living, to be grateful, and then go make a difference, go help somebody. And that's what you said. So tell me, what did you do when you were at a bottom point in your life? Can you share some of the
Which bottom point?
Well, I said A, I didn't say the, right? I said a bottom point. I didn't say the bottom point.
So here's the thing, Andrew, and I still work on this, is that we have two choices in life. We can either be a victim or learn how to control what we can control. And there are so many people that fail to understand what is in their control and what is outside of their control. Because if you're attempting to control anything outside your control, that's a source of frustration, fear, and overwhelm. So get small, understand what you can control, and then do what you can with gratitude to help someone and improve yourself, learning, educating yourself, learn new skills, adapt. Resiliency is the new form of being able to live and become flexible in the future. You know, be resilient. Don't
So,
be a victim, because as soon as you become a victim, you give away your power, you give away your authority, you give away everything that you've ever accomplished in your life.
so folks, do you see what I mean? That wisdom doesn't necessarily come from people that you think you see on TV. Wisdom comes from people who overcome. Ah, look, there's my dog. Wisdom comes from, okay, get over here. Wisdom comes from people who overcome, right?
Yeah.
And those who overcome more than most, I find, are wiser than most, are people that we should be looking up to more than most. So thank you, Russ, for being vulnerable with me and sharing this and being, rolling with the punches with me, because I know you didn't know where this was going to go and where I would take it. What are the sayings that you say on the Pirate broadcast? Smiles are free.
Kindness is cool.
Kindness is cool, right?
And you enjoy the day.
Right. He says it every day on his broadcast. By the way, you guys, you check out his broadcast. It's every morning at 7 a.m. Connect with Russ Johns, Johns, on LinkedIn. Once you connect with him, you'll know how to connect to his show.
Yeah.
It's live at 7 a.m. every weekday. He's got cool followers. He's built a true online community. Russ, why don't you tell our audience real quick what you're doing to put bread on the table these days?
Well, I still have clients, Andrew, and one of the things that I'm really, truly excited about that I'd like to share with your audience is the Pirate Syndicate. You know, part of the reason I set up the entire Pirate broadcast was to develop a platform that I could automate and assist others in their journey, getting their message out, to be seen, be heard, and be talked about. You know, this whole change and challenge in our environment came after I'd started this project. And it was really one of those things that I've accumulated over time. You know, like, I'm a nerd, and I have been working on these skill sets for years to be able to get to the point where I could make it seamless, simple, and easy to access for anyone that wants to share their message and become visible and be an authority in the market. And now the landscape is changing and our future is evolving, and video is going to be increasingly more critical.
It's what they're doing on every freaking channel on TV.
Well, yeah. Right now, we're doing exactly what they're doing on national broadcast. And I was just on a show earlier that was saying that the major networks are spending money to lose money on their production and their ability to create content, because YouTube, streaming media, and all of the people that are out there like you and I are carving away at the visibility of that information. And we're all building communities around what our topics are and what we're passionate about.
So let's talk more about what you're trying to do with the Pirate Syndicate. So the Pirate Syndicate is this platform to build these communities. You want to talk about that because does that make you money? Is that what your way of giving back? What's the grand vision here in terms of how not only it benefits the world, but how it benefits you?
It's both, Andrew. I have designed it to the point where my goal this year is to help 100 people produce 100 shows this year.
Got it. Okay, the light went on. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes.
That's okay. That's okay. Here's the deal, though, is that there's a lot of people that are too busy don't want to deal with the technology.
Right. You'll build it
Have-
from. You'll do this whole front end like I just showed everybody.
Yeah. And I have a team that I've trained and systems that I've built and designed.
Oh, Russ, I freaking
You can
love it.
have your own show. You can have your own show where you just show up, just like you showed up to my show. Only it's called Andrew's show versus the Pirate Broadcast.
Well,
The Kolikoff Corner, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, it's gas. It's the gas, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever brand you want to place on your show.
Right.
And the tool that I'm going to use is the platform that I've designed through the years of experience in, trying this stuff to build it and finally getting to the point where it's built. It's tested. I've had over 140 episodes in the Pirate Broadcast now.
So let's say somebody's watching this show and they say, wow. And they go check out the Pirate Broadcast and they see what you've done. They say, you know what? I want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you have different packages for it? Is it
Absolutely.
And is it on your website, the different packages?
Yeah. Actually, if you go to russjohns.com,
yeah,
and you scroll down and you say, want a show of your own, you can click on it. Everything, all the pricing, the strategy, the setup is located at thepiratsyndicate.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you heard it, folks. You want a show like this? Well, not like this, like that. My show needs to get to that. So he might be somebody I might retain very soon to do this. But if you want a better looking show, let's do that screen share one more time just to show everybody. So this automatically sends me an email, and it comes with all this in it. I can download the podcast. It has a literal look. Check this out. I mean, it has the entire transcript, and then check it out when it ends. Watch this. It has a beautiful ending too. Oh, there's my dog again. Okay.
What you will see is not only does it feel good, but
hold on, folks. This is where. All right, here we go. So, I mean, look, and he can design whatever you want for you, right?
Yeah.
Background.
The whole point is the branding is yours. The example is mine, but the branding is yours.
By the way, wait, that music with the Hammond organ, dude, I love that. I freaking
now
love
look at there. There's a couple of other pirates out there. So, and it streams to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and LinkedIn. Automatically delivers. So
I love it. Russ, you are a gem, sir. Thanks for sharing you. Thanks for sharing your passion. You know how to get in touch with the man. ThePiratesYndicate.com, RussJohns.com, Russ Johns, Johns on LinkedIn. He is the man. I know him for years. You want to talk about somebody with a big heart and somebody you're going to enjoy the journey with, not just get what you pay for. That's the man. What a pleasure, sir. Thank you for being on my show.
Andrew, it's always a pleasure connecting with you. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.